This video is about masking bits when you're reading computer registers or registers on a device. Sometimes when you're reading registers, you'll have a situation where you know what your data is supposed to be. Like I would know that this is what my data needs to be for it to be in a passing state. But the problem is, some bits you don't care about. You can't determine what the state's going to be. Sometimes they're going to toggle. You never. It's a situation in which you never know what that bit is going to be. So what you would do, instead of having failures, or you would mask the bits and makes them a don't care state. So it gives you kind of like three states. You have either it's a one, a zero, or it's a don't care. So I've added a don't care state so that I don't worry about those bits. Now, if I have a problem with like that bit, now I know I have an alarm. Or maybe, this bit has a problem. Now I know I have an alarm there. Or, one of these down here. Now I would have, two failures of some kind. That's what bit masking would be. That way I can determine, which ones are real failures and which ones are not real failures. Another purpose for this video is to show the police that I'm not the idiot that you think that I am. I was making about $100,000 a year at Intel Corporation. They fired me on purpose. You've been using the color of the law to hide the truth to what you did to me in Ardmore, Oklahoma. And I want the police of the United States to know who the guilty parties are. This is Carter County, Oklahoma Police. You place people in the corporations I work at to stalk me and oppress me. They use fake names. I've got proof of that. You've been using fake names ever since I was, at least in the 8th grade in Lone Grove, Oklahoma. Chris and Tina Bryant were here. I remember Tina Bryant being in Kingston, Oklahoma, calling herself Lynn Barnes. Something's wrong when, the sheriff's children are using fake names around me and stalking me everywhere I go. I also remember Chris Bryant coming into my basic training with Dale Davis from the Plainview, Oklahoma area. They weren't even supposed to be in my basic training. They came into basic training. My basic training with Sergeant Skumatz. And they came in like they were supposed to only be there for 15 days or something like that. Like they were ROTC or something like that. And then they left. Sergeant Skumatz had them removed. It was Chris Bryant and it was Dale Davis and Sergeant Skumatz. He was my TI, and he would have a lot of details about that. But I also remember Chris Blunt come marching in there. Someone had left the fire escape door open for some reason. It would have been Dale Davis or it would have been Chris Bryant. And Chris Blunt come marching in there for some reason, calling themselves the Carter County Military Police Force. I think you need to be locked up for what you've done. We're going to find out if the lawmakers think it's okay for the citizens and the police to conspire against someone's life and fake people's daughter's death and torture people, because you can't hide what you've done. There's too many people that have faked their deaths. And the only way they can hide it is not being able to work. They wouldn't have a social security number. Have a good day. Bye. Carter County, Oklahoma Police Force. Oh, here's a supporting code behind this, so you know that it's working. It's right here. This is in C#. This is the data that was my input data. FA2C. It just converted to binary. And that's all there is to the code of this. I just wrote that, from yesterday to today, so about 8 hours of work at the most. That's what I do, write software, troubleshoot electronics, stuff like that. But you guys won't let me do anything but sit here on my mother's couch waiting for your lying, corrupt police force to tell the truth about you faking multiple deaths so that you could torture me and make me homeless. You've arrested me 5 times to cover up what you've done, and you got police officers all over the United States that are in on this. You will not tell the truth. Liars.
The news gets tired.